What's cooking, WWE Nation? This is Ringside Insider, bringing you fresh wrestling heat every day. Smash subscribe and let's jump right in. In the last 48 hours, the wrestling world has been shaken to its core by a storm of tension, confusion, and emotional fallout that nobody saw coming. What began as a few whispers backstage has exploded into one of the most dramatic personal conflicts the company has faced in years. This isn't about championships, storylines, or scripted betrayals. This is real-world emotion spilling into the public eye, and the ripple effect has left fans, insiders, and fellow performers stunned. Seth Rollins, known for his composure and confidence under pressure, has reportedly been struggling behind the scenes after what sources describe as a deeply personal and painful conflict involving someone he trusted. Meanwhile, Becky Lynch, one of the most respected and accomplished athletes in modern wrestling, is now at the center of an unexpected controversy that has created shockwaves throughout the industry. And while rumors are swirling faster than facts can catch up, one thing is certain. What's happening behind closed doors is far more complicated than any storyline ever written for television. A captain losing control. For years, Seth Rollins has been one of the most controlled strategic minds in professional wrestling. Whether he's playing the hero or the villain, he has always projected a level of confidence that made fans believe he could handle anything. But in the past 2 days, that calm exterior has reportedly cracked. Insiders say Rollins has been overwhelmed emotionally, frustrated, and, according to some, uncharacteristically distant from the people he usually relies on. This isn't the Rollins fans are used to seeing. It's not anger directed at the company, at other performers, or at the fans. Instead, it's the kind of emotional weight that comes when personal matters collide with the pressures of a very public career. With intense scrutiny surrounding him and endless speculation circulating online, his silence has only fueled more confusion. But those close to him emphasize that he's trying to process a difficult moment with honesty and space, far away from the cameras and crowds. The weight on Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch has always been a force of nature, driven, determined, and fiercely independent. Over the years, she has broken barriers, headlined massive events, and become a symbol of strength for millions of fans, which is why this situation has been especially hard for people to process. While gossip outlets have attempted to sensationalize the story, those who know Becky personally have urged others to be patient, compassionate, and fair. They insist there is far more depth and context to the situation than the rumor mill suggests. Right now, she is said to be focusing on her family, her well-being, and finding clarity rather than engaging with the whirlwind of assumptions online. Teammates describe her as hurt, stressed, and disappointed, not only by the conflict itself, but by the way social media has taken a private matter and turned it into a public circus. Through everything, she has stayed silent, which speaks volumes about her desire to resolve things respectfully rather than feeding the chaos. The backstage fallout behind the scenes, emotions have been swirling. The locker room is described as tense, not because anyone is taking sides, but because performers care deeply about both Seth and Becky. They're not just co-workers, they're friends, partners, parents, and people. This has left many feeling unsure of how to show support without adding pressure. Some wrestlers have reached out privately to offer empathy, while others are giving both Rollins and Lynch the space they need. Management has reportedly stepped in not to discipline or intervene, but to provide resources and counseling for everyone dealing with the pressure of the public spotlight. It's no secret that wrestling can be a stressful industry, and moments like this highlight the human beings behind the characters we watch every week. No matter how big the arena gets, personal pain is still personal pain. And this situation has reminded everyone just how vulnerable life in the public eye can be. Unraveling rumors versus reality. The biggest problem right now isn't the conflict itself, it's the noise surrounding it. Rumors have been spreading faster than truth, painting exaggerated pictures and wild theories that have zero basis in fact. Sensational headlines claim betrayals, explosive confrontations, and even conspiracies orchestrated behind the scenes. But the truth, according to those actually present, is far less dramatic and far more human. What happened was a private conflict between individuals. No scandal, no outrageous footage, no career-ending affair. Instead, it was a disagreement rooted in personal miscommunication and emotional strain, made infinitely worse by the pressures of fame and constant online attention. Misunderstandings became arguments, arguments became distance, and distance became speculation. Unfortunately, once the internet gets involved, it's nearly impossible to stop false narratives from spreading. The real story is one of two people trying to navigate a personal issue under the brightest spotlight imaginable. The company in damage control mode. While the situation is purely personal, the company has had to navigate the fallout to protect the well-being of everyone involved. Creative teams have reportedly reworked storylines, not because of drama, but because giving Rollins and Lynch space is the respectful and responsible choice. Meetings have been held to ensure that neither performer feels pressured to appear on television before they're ready. Management has emphasized compassion over publicity, reminding everyone that mental health and personal stability come before entertainment. Sponsors and partners have reached out with concern, not accusations, and have been assured that the company is prioritizing the safety and privacy of its performers above all else. The goal isn't to hide anything, but to create a stable environment where real people dealing with real issues can breathe without the world watching their every step. The path forward, despite all the speculation, insiders say there is hope. Both Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch are reportedly focused on resolving the situation with honesty, communication, and respect. They are parents first, performers second, and public figures last. And because of that, their priority isn't the rumors, the headlines, or the noise. It's their family, their health, and their future. Whether that future involves time apart, reconciliation, or simply a period of healing, nobody knows yet. What matters is that they're taking the steps needed to process things privately and maturely. Meanwhile, fans are encouraged to show empathy rather than judgment, patience rather than assumptions, and understanding rather than pressure. The coming weeks will bring clarity, but the most important thing to remember is that the people involved are human beings, not fictional characters in a storyline. They deserve compassion, dignity, and the chance to work through their challenges without the world tearing them apart.